It's Martin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to be taking the LR Super Saiyan trio into the SYN Shenron stage, because, you know, Global just can't seem to get the Omega stage. When is Omega coming out? Probably January at this rate, so SYN is kind of the only other big boss we have that is kind of scary with the AoEs and the big damaging super that lowers defense. I mean, I guess you could probably make some arguments. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is the Tech Goku Black and Zamasu and like the actual Goku Black stage itself from the Dismal Future Red Zone, the two stages before Fusion Zamasu, do you think they are harder than SYN Shenron? Let me know down below. Hopefully we just get Omega soon, because it's taking way too long. But yeah, we're going to have a go with them here. Mine, as you know, at this point, 69%, full level 10 links. I did give them a little bit of additional and then the rest into dodge. So they have 9 additional and 15 dodge, because they get effective against all types. And then you can use their active skill as early as turn 3, and then they get guaranteed crits. So I feel like you don't really need crit in their hidden potential, right? So we can get 7 orbs here, which means we're able to get 2 additional attacks. We've got a lot of extra defense from the STR Carnival Goku, so we'll see how we get on. I know Gohan is kind of a unit that I don't see much play anymore. I think his biggest problem is obviously he needs to build up a little bit to be really good defensively, and the new Dismal Future Red Zone stages just don't really give units much of a chance to do that anymore. So I thought we would run him on the team, because by the time we get to physical Omega and he starts throwing out AoEs, I always say Omega, but physical SYN, and he starts throwing out AoEs, Gohan's defense should at least be high enough that he's not just getting immediately destroyed. And of course the guard does help out as well, so we should be looking pretty good. But the Super Saiyans here, we get an additional normal, then we do get an additional super, jumps up to 7.3. Bear in mind, of course, their 18 key super greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, so when they come back onto the next rotation, they will have that extra defense. So it'll be interesting to see what their start of turn defense is. And then we have the STR Carnival Goku. Boy, am I sick of seeing this guy in summons. Both the last Carnival banners for Global, I have pulled way too many copies of this guy. I think I've pulled 4 copies of him from this banner alone. And my last multi on this banner was a double STR Carnival Goku multi. So if you think about that for just a second, then that means that could have been a double LR Super Saiyans multi. Or, you know, it could have at least been 1 LR Super Saiyans and then another copy of Goku. But no, it was 2 copies of STR Carnival Goku, who was already Rainbow. I have 8 spare copies of him now. So at this point, I could start making an SA5 copy for his eventual EZA in like 3 years or something, and Rainbow the TUR. So, I mean, it's going to be such a long time till he gets an EZA. I probably will just Rainbow the TUR just for fun. But yeah, 8 spare copies of STR Carnival Goku. Oof. But anyway, he's on the team. Ideally, I probably should have kept him on rotation to see what he would, see if we could actually get him some build-up. But the friend LR Super Saiyan trio here is our boy Toon Rami. Shout out to Toon. He is Rainbow. Not quite full level 10 links yet, though. Toon slacking. But he is mostly 10s. There's like a couple at 9. He's Rainbow. He's got a pretty good build. I think went mostly for dodge as well. I should show it, really. And then we had Future Gohan was in slot 7, eh? So I think we'd probably keep you on rotation, right? So let's take a look. So start of turn, we're at 353, and they have 30% damage reduction. So I'm not going to use their active skill this early, and I'm fairly sure they're just not going to take damage from this AoE, right? So we didn't get a particularly great orb change, so I think we're going to stick with these orbs in the middle for the Super Saiyans here. Because remember, the good thing is they create int orbs, but they're not tied to getting int orbs for their passive. So as long as you get, it's per 3 orbs, right? They get an additional super. As long as you're getting 3 orbs of any typing, it's just 3 orbs. So if you can get 9 orbs, but they're a mixture of like Rainbow and AGL or something, that's all you need, right? So even if you do get bad RNG and get a bad orb change, you can still get enough orbs to get some additional attacks with them. So that can work out quite nicely. We got, was it 7? So we get 2 additional attacks guaranteed. Gohan getting these additional supers, obviously big for him. He needs to stack up that defense as much as possible before we get to the end. So he should take double digits from this. And then the boys, double digits. STR Gohan, double digits. Which is understandable because with the AGL Sin, his AoE does less damage as it hits more people on the turn. So Gohan was getting hit last anyway, but despite type disadvantage, Gohan has a lot of his own damage reduction as well. So he was never really in any danger in the final spot there. And then, yeah, we're back with my Super Saiyans here. So 9.3 on the second super. That's good. Because no support. That's the only thing my only criticism with the Super Saiyans team. There's a few units on this team that are quite fun to use now. Like, I haven't used Heart Virus Goku and I don't know how long, but he kind of works on the team. The one thing the team's severely missing, at least for Global, is some really, really good support units. Because Super Saiyan Bardock, unfortunately, is a little bit too fraudulent against any bosses who aren't in. The JP just got the easy A for that AGL Super Saiyan Gohan from the World Tournament that I used to really like. Back in the day when it was like the physical Vegito Blue Superclass team, I used to use him on the team as a support unit. Back when the team was like physical Vegito Blue, STR Gogeta, AGL Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that didn't have a leader skill. Like, you ran that guy and he was really, really good. So I think what we can do here, the problem is this does make it so that we don't really get we won't really get to attack with the Super Saiyans because he will kill. Because we could get Goku a little bit of build up here, which would be kind of cool. Because if I do this and then I do this, we'll get a big heal. So hopefully Goku will survive a couple of these hits here in slot 1 and not just get instantly killed. Because then that gets him some hits to start building up his passive. And then, yeah, we don't have to worry about dying because Birdku has us covered. The Super Saiyans get in the dodge anyway. You love to see it. And then we're not going to die anyway, apparently. So, Carnival Goku up to 10 mil. Well, I say that. Watch him get immediately supered now after this. But, yeah, him getting some hits in. Because, okay, he actually did. Oh, my God. He dies, right? Yeah, he dies. Oh, I need to stop, like, calling where enemies are going to super attack and then they actually do it and kill me. At least in this instance, it was fine. But you guys, if you've come out to some of the streams lately and seen some of the challenge runs and stuff that we've done, or on the most recent episode of doing the randomizer wheel versus Fusion Zamasu, the number of times that will happen, where the turn will be seeming to go okay, and then I have to open my big mouth and say, oh, look, he'll super attack so-and-so in slot 3, and they won't dodge if it's like a support unit or something. And then that's exactly what happens. But fortunately, on that rotation, we are all good to go. So we can get some orbs here with Gohan. Now, Gohan, we don't revive with enough HP for him to guard, actually, do we? Yeah, 58% or more at the start of the turn. And then Birdku's revival is you revive with 59% HP. Okay, so we should have his guard, because then we can get another stack for him here. It does mean that these Super Saiyans don't get to attack, though. So obviously they're not getting that extra build-up. That is the only, I think, the only downside, I guess, to their kit. With that 18-key super, giving them the buff for the 3 turns and therefore carrying over to the next rotation, it means if the unit in slot 1 kills the boss and ends the phase, then they don't get the that 3-turn stack for the next turn. And that happened on both turns because STR Carnival Goku got killed in slot 1. So that would mean normally we would be in a situation here where we could be potentially under a little bit of an issue because we're only having 300k defense start of turn with them. However, we can just use their active skill. So Carnival Goku's up to 400k, so he should be okay with the AoEs. He has his own damage reduction and has type advantage. So we're going to go ahead and fire off the Spirit Bomb punch. I was going to say just Spirit Bomb. I guess technically it's not a proper Spirit Bomb, is it? But the Spirit Bomb absorbed. Kakarot is Vegeta's prey. Trunks must help Goku complete the Spirit Bomb. I do love this active skill. Everything about this unit aesthetically I really, really like. The animations are super good. The card art's good. I just very much enjoy this unit. I'm having a lot of fun with this card. They are another slot 2 like damage dealer, but some of the stuff that they do is pretty crazy. Now, obviously, not having the stack from the previous turns on their attack is obviously detrimental as well to like the overall damage that their active skill is going to do. But I guess it doesn't really matter if we're getting 6 or 7, does it? Because at least this drops down this STR orb. So I'll grab that for Carnival Goku. So let's see how the turn plays out here. So future Gohan should be tanking for double digits. They tank for double digits. And then, of course, Carnival Goku does as well. So the only thing that will be interesting to see for this turn is where is the super. Because I've just realized the only attack after the Super Saiyans get their attack off is an AoE. So he's not super attacking them, which is, I guess, good. But to be honest, on their active skill turn and then post-super, they can probably tank it. But obviously, I would prefer... I mean, it's one of those things where I'm in two minds. Like, when it's a showcase kind of setting like this, I kind of want to see them take it to see how much damage they would take. But then at the same time, we also don't want to die. And I guess one of the big problems with the LR Super Saiyans is the two sort of main bosses, I would say, on Global right now, because we don't have Omega, being SYN and Fusion Zamasu. They both end with a physical boss. So these guys getting hit with a super attack... especially if you're at like low dupe level or something like that, there is the possibility that they will get killed. But I feel like that's not a massive detriment to them, right? Because if you're talking about a unit that's at low dupe level and is type disadvantage to a hard-hitting boss, then it's almost to be expected, like, to a certain extent, right? But yeah, they dodged the AoE. Very, very good. And then... Wait, does that mean Carnival Goku's getting supered again? Post-super with type advantage and the fact that he has damage reduction, he should be fine, right? Because this man has apparently taken over the role of super attack magnet. No? Oh, he's just not going to super. Interesting. Well, okay. In that case, let's go ahead and do... You know what? Let's put you in the middle, because I think you get all your links with Gohan. Yeah. So let's do Birdku's active skill. It's been a while. That gives us a nice action break. So I didn't actually see if one of the first attacks of the turn he was doing was an AoE, but bam. So there's an action break for you. Oh, it is. Yeah, one of the first attacks is an AoE, so we take those. And then see, Goku's defense is not very high. I'm starting to think if the first attack, maybe action breaking the AoE is bad. Because the next attack is not an AoE. If that next attack is the super, I think Birdku might actually die, unironically. Well, let's go ahead and do this, because it's going to be a guaranteed crit. Now, it's my 69% one, and he didn't get to attack on the previous turn, I think. Or were we already in the physical phase by then? Because this guy, even with the guaranteed crit, the active skill, potentially not going to kill here. If we got to attack on the last turn, then obviously significantly better damage, but because all of the 12 key supers count as well, because they're all greatly raising attack for 3 turns. It's just only the 18 key that is raising the defense. But yeah, that's what happens when you don't get attacks off with them, right? Now, they are at 541k defense with 30% damage reduction, but I'm pretty sure that isn't enough to eat a super from Omega. In fact, Birdku, he doesn't have any damage reduction, does he? He just has guard. So technically, Gohan is better in slot 1, but I think Gohan, unironically, might still die from a super. I'm actually not sure. But we're going to find out. We'll see how we go here. So we action break to the AoE, straight into a super. So yeah, Birdku would have been eating this with only 250k defense. So that would have been very bad. But Gohan's able to take 320 and then still takes double digits. So, well, they take 196. Okay. So that means we just about live this. But you build them full dodge so that they dodge the AoEs. Now, if we'd taken exactly 196, we still would have survived. But that's, you know, that's why you build these units full dodge. Now, if we had gotten our attack off last turn, we would have had that extra 30% defense, so we obviously would have taken significantly less damage than that, but, you know, there you go. We got to, the important thing is we got to the finish line, and that dodge coming in clutch. But, as I say, with the amount of damage they took from the previous hit, and the amount of HP that we had left, we would have survived anyway, on very low HP, of course, but we would have survived, and then they go off here, deliver the finishing blow, of course getting the guaranteed crits, because we did the active skill. And there you go. That's all she wrote for SYN Shenron, because we're on 290k, and the super would have done what? It was 196. So we still would have had a little bit of HP left, just under 10k, but still enough. So we finish off SYN Shenron with the Int LR Super Saiyan Trio. Let me know what you think of these guys down below in the comment section. The more I use them, the more fun I have with them. I really am tempted to go back on the banner to get a second dupe, but after that last multi being double STR Carnival Goku, that's damn. And we don't know what's going on with New Year's yet. It does seem like maybe Global isn't getting the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest at the same time this year, which would be kind of bad considering the sync is supposed to be coming at some point. So going backwards on synced celebrations would be weird, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let me know your thoughts on the LR Super Saiyan Trio down below in the comment section. Have you pulled them? Are you still pulling for them? Let me know all your thoughts down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.